From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Sulaiman Al-Leder.
Well, hello and welcome tonight. The 44th edition of the World Economic Forum ends in Davos, Switzerland. Nigeria on the spotlight as growth driver in Africa. An attack on construction workers in a border town between Kaduna and Plateau states leaves one Chinese national dead, two others severely injured. Ahead of the 2015 elections, police meet politicians from Ogun and Lagos states, warn against acts capable of igniting violence. And at least 7 people die in clashes as Egypt marks the anniversary of the 2011 revolution, which overthrew President Hosni Mubarak.
And on business news tonight, Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole signs the state's 2014 budget into law.
Sports news, Nigeria reaches the semi-final of the 2014 African Nations Championship in a dramatic fashion.
We begin tonight in Davos, Switzerland, where the curtain have been drawn on the 2014 World Economic Forum, with the participants proffering solution to the crisis rocking many countries. Leaders from both the public and private sectors discussed several issues that border on ending poverty and improving the lives of their people. The role of Nigeria as a key figure of growth in Africa was emphasized. Our correspondent in Davos, Harriet Agbenyi, reports.
Viewing a couple of your interviews. After 4 days of brainstorming and sharing of ideas between government and the private sector, the 44th World Economic Forum annual meeting comes to an end. But what specific part of all the conversations held here will change the global economy?
There's a couple of things that were important messages from the annual meeting here. One was that inequality clearly was one of the key topics that matter to the business and societal and government leaders here. The jobs and youth unemployment problem is a key issue, and bridging that gap between employment, education and the skills gap was another one.
What does this mean for Africa and Nigeria in particular?
Africa is a very positive story now, that a lot of people feel that the next continent to grow and the next prosperous future will be in Africa. There's a lot of young people in the country, in the continent. Over 1 billion people you have who are youth. It's going to grow significantly over the next couple of decades. We see Nigeria as one of the possible contenders to really champion this positive growth of the future.
The outlook for the global economy is also bright.
Originally, our research had given a lot of focus on the societal tensions in the Middle East and North Africa for 2014, which was one of the key issues. But what we're seeing now evolving, the conversation is evolving into the inequality issue as a key issue to be discussed, and the employment issue still being something that really needs to be looked at, because we now have structural unemployment that needs to be really resolved from a policy perspective, not just short-term solutions.
With the economic potentials of Nigeria highlighted here at the World Economic Forum annual meeting by President Goodluck Jonathan and some members of the economic management team, as well as captains of industry, there is no doubt that foreign direct investment to Nigeria should increase exponentially in the not too distant future. Of course, Nigeria prepares for West Africa, where it will be another chance to showcase the finest and the best from Nigeria. From Davos Cluster, Switzerland, I'm Harriet Agbenyi, reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, an attack on 3 Chinese nationals working on a construction firm in Kaduna State has left one of the Chinese nationals dead and 2 others injured. The 3 Chinese nationals were supervising an ongoing rail rehabilitation project along the Jos-Kafanchan rail track when they were attacked. Eyewitness accounts say the 2 other Chinese workers who sustained serious injuries were rushed to the Kafanchan General Hospital and later taken to an undisclosed hospital in Abuja. the nation's capital for treatment. The State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Olufemi Adenaike, while confirming the attack to Channels Television, said the village where the incident occurred falls under Kaduna State. Now, rescuers have recovered the body of one of the missing persons in the boat which capsized in the water of Ologogoro village near the Navy town Apapa, Lagos yesterday morning. The Southwest Coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, Mr. Ibrahim Farinloye, says that the body of Rahim Taiwo Shola was recovered this morning. A child, a woman, and the boat operator were rescued from the boat yesterday. From the boat, according to a statement released earlier on Friday by NEMA, those earlier rescued alive were rescued by the Nigerian Navy Special Unit, National Inland Waterways Agency, NEMA, and the Police Disaster Response Unit. This incident is bringing some worrisome issues to the fore, as NEMA Southwest Coordinator in this telephone interview says that rescue operations would have been easier if operators tuned in to technological innovations such as the Cospus SASAT and also ensure that they abide by laid-down safety regulations.
We have a modern technology. It's a satellite-based equipment. We have only 3 of it in Africa. One in Nigeria, one in South Africa, and one in Nigeria. Once they have the beacon in their system. Once they see any problem, they can alert the beacon. The beacon will transmit signal to the orbit. The orbit will transmit it to NEMA headquarters, and immediately we get there to search. Unfortunately, most of the watercraft operators in this place are illiterate and they don't want to install such equipment. Most of them who are operating it are not even the real owner. For them to equip such crafts is not possible. They are only housed to make more money, but the safety consciousness is not there for them. So the lack of such equipment makes search and rescue very difficult and guesswork for us. And that is one area. The second area where we are having challenges is that the life jacket we give to passengers the commuters in boat or anything, most of them have been identified to be fake one or expired. So by the time anything happens, you will see that the life jacket will be useless. Then thirdly, most of them doesn't have headlights. When you are moving at night, you don't have anything to indicate to bigger vehicle or smaller vehicle, or even colleague of a smaller boat that you are approaching. They move at night because they are used to that road, so they can get knocked out at any time and nobody will even know anything happens. So these are the challenges these people are facing, and they don't have safety consciousness within their system.
Well, almost a week ago, it was disrupted by armed thugs. This time, the inauguration of the Save Rivers Movement rally has held successfully in Bori, the headquarters of Kana local government area of Rivers State. And this time too, Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi was in attendance at the event, which held under heavy security provided by armed policemen. Making reference to the incident of Sunday, January the 19th at the same venue, Governor Amechi told the assembled crowd that while he did not condone violence, the people of Ogoni land must always be on the alert to forestall further unprovoked attacks.
Bori in Kana local government area of Rivers State played host to this crowd under the auspices of the All Progressives Congress and the Save Rivers Movement after last Sunday's disruption of a similar gathering by the police.
This morning, elections are still far in 2015. The Rivers people must be mobilized, educated, and made to understand where they should go. And that is what the Save Rivers Movement is doing. That's all.
This time, the state governor, Chibuike Amechi, graced the occasion and thanked the Inspector General of Police for his role.
I had to call him and I told IG I am going to Kana. And I thank him for sending security and reassure him that Rivers people are peace-loving people.
He, however, warned the people of the local government to abide by the laws of the land while protecting their rights.
I am the governor of Rivers State. I am the governor of Ogoni people. as much as possible, I will not support violence. I will allow the Save Rivers movement to continue with their rallies. Anything that requires the law, they must comply with the law. I don't have to be part of the rallies. The only reason why I came to today's rally is because I need to prove to you, not to Nigerians, I need to prove to you that you should not run away from violence.
Governor Amaechi also wants the people to take advantage of the forthcoming party registration and voter registration exercises to equip themselves ahead of the elections. On news making the rounds that former PDP representatives who defected to the APC would return. This is what one of them had to say.
You have been hearing of defection. They are saying that some people that defected will be going back. I speak on behalf of the 37 members, on behalf of representatives that defected to APC. We have passed the red line. There is no going back.
Organizers say the awareness train would move around the state. Hopefully, it will continue in this peaceful manner. Henry Ogunjimi, Channels Television News.
Well, in part two, after the break, leaders and security experts list ways to end incessant attacks on communities in Plateau State. That's in a moment. Do stay with us.